What is the purpose of life? What does it mean to lead a meaningful existence? These are questions as old as humanity itself, echoing through the ages as we strive to comprehend the enigma of existence. In our quest for meaning, we often find ourselves adrift, lost amidst life's tumultuous seas. Yet there exists a lifeline, a beacon of wisdom that has traversed centuries and civilizations: Stoicism. This ancient philosophy, steeped in pragmatism and insight, offers profound answers to life's most elusive questions. Stoicism does not promise an escape from life's trials, but rather a means to navigate them with grace, resilience, and a steadfast spirit. So let us embark on a journey through time, exploring the wisdom of the Stoics and how it can guide us in our modern lives. Let us delve into a philosophy not just for contemplation, but for action, not just for understanding the world, but for living in it. Stoicism, a philosophy born in the bustling markets of ancient Athens, has stood the test of time. It was in the early 3rd century BC that a merchant named Zeno of Citium found himself shipwrecked with nothing but the clothes on his back. It was then, amidst the rubble of his fortune, that Zeno stumbled upon a bookshop and a philosophy that would change his life. Inspired by the teachings of Socrates and the Cynics, Zeno established the Stoic school of philosophy, advocating a life of virtue, wisdom, and emotional resilience. His successors, Cleanthes and Chrysippus, further refined and expanded upon Zeno's teachings, solidifying Stoicism's foundational principles. These Stoic sages didn't just theorize about virtue, they embodied it, living their lives with integrity, courage, and a profound sense of tranquility. Their teachings have been passed down generations, offering insights into the art of living. At its heart, Stoicism is a philosophy of virtue and wisdom. Diving deep into the core tenets of Stoicism, we find a constellation of 4 cardinal virtues that inform the Stoic approach to life: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Let's start with wisdom. In the Stoics' view, wisdom isn't just about accumulating knowledge. It's about discerning the difference between what's within our control and what's not, and acting accordingly. It's about understanding the nature of things, of people, of ourselves, and then using that understanding to navigate life's complexities. Courage, the second virtue, is not just about physical bravery. It's also about moral courage, standing up for what's right even when it's challenging or unpopular. It's about facing our fears, our difficulties, our uncertain futures, and still choosing to do what is right. Next, we have justice. To the Stoics, justice was about fairness, kindness, and understanding. It was about treating others not just as you would like to be treated, but as they deserve to be treated. It was about recognizing the inherent worth of every individual and responding with respect and compassion. And finally, there's temperance. This virtue is about moderation and self-control. It's about not being led astray by our desires or our fears, but rather maintaining a balanced, rational approach to life. It's about knowing when to act, when to refrain, and striking a harmonious balance between the two. These virtues were not considered in isolation, but as interconnected aspects of a virtuous life. They inform the Stoics' approach to every situation, every decision, every interaction. They are the moral compass that guides the Stoics' journey, providing a steady hand in the face of life's inevitable storms. These virtues serve as a moral compass, guiding us towards a life of integrity and resilience. They encourage us to live not just with intention, but with virtue, to not just exist, but to thrive, to not just endure life's trials, but to transform them into triumphs. And in doing so, they offer us a pathway to a life of profound contentity, purpose, and strength. The Stoics believed that understanding what we can and cannot control is key to a peaceful life. This fundamental principle of Stoic philosophy, known as the dichotomy of control, holds that we have dominion over some things in life, while others lie beyond our grasp. We can control our actions, our responses, our attitudes, and our beliefs. These are areas where we have agency, where our decisions can truly make a difference. We can choose to act with integrity or to falter, to respond with kindness or with anger, to maintain a positive attitude or to succumb to despair. Conversely, there are elements that remain beyond our control: the weather, the passing of time, the actions of others. These are facets of existence that we can't alter, no matter how fervently we might wish to. The Stoics teach us to accept these realities, to relinquish our futile struggle against the immutable. Now, where does tranquility fit into this? Well, tranquility, according to the Stoics, is the natural byproduct of understanding and applying the dichotomy of control in our lives. When we cease to fret over matters beyond our control and instead focus our energies on areas where we can effect change, we liberate ourselves from unnecessary stress and anxiety. Imagine a sailor at sea. He cannot control the wind or the waves, but he can adjust his sails and chart his course. If he spends his time cursing the storm, he'll be lost. But if he accepts the storm and works with what he can control, he can navigate through it. By accepting what we cannot change and taking responsibility for what we can, we align ourselves with reality rather than resisting it. We free ourselves from the tyranny of what-ifs and if-onlys. We empower ourselves to act effectively within our sphere of influence. This is the gift of the dichotomy of control. It allows us to find serenity within the tumult, to cultivate a steady mind amidst the unsteady world. It invites us to engage with life proactively, to shape our destiny with the tools within our reach. By focusing on what we can control, we can find peace amidst the chaos of life. Life is filled with challenges, but the Stoics saw these not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth. In the Stoic worldview, trials and tribulations are not merely to be endured, but embraced. They are seen as the crucible in which our character is tested and refined, the training ground for developing virtues such as courage, resilience, and wisdom. Stoicism teaches us to shift our perspective on adversity, to see it not as a foe to be feared, but as a teacher to be learned from. It is through our struggles that we gain insight, through our failures that we learn to succeed, and through our pain that we learn the depth of our strength. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." In other words, just as a body becomes stronger through physical exercise, so too does the mind become stronger through mental challenges. But how does one transform adversity into advantage? The Stoics proposed a simple yet profound answer. It's all about perspective. When faced with a challenge, we have a choice. We can either allow it to defeat us, to diminish our spirit and sap our strength, or we can choose to rise above it, to use it as a stepping stone on our path to personal growth. It's not the event itself that determines our experience, but rather our interpretation of it. If we view a challenge as a curse, it becomes a burden. But if we view it as an opportunity for growth, it becomes a blessing. This shift in perspective is not easy. It requires courage, patience, and perseverance, but the rewards are immeasurable. For in the face of adversity, we find the true measure of our strength. Though Stoicism emphasizes personal virtue, it also recognizes the importance of community. This philosophy, rich in wisdom and practical guidance, understands the value of shared growth and mutual support. It's not a solitary journey. Stoicism encourages us to engage with like-minded individuals, to learn from one another, to challenge and inspire each other. The Stoic community, then, is a space of collective enlightenment. It's a nurturing ground where individuals can explore the teachings of Stoicism, deepen their understanding, and apply its principles in their daily lives. It's a sanctuary where they can share their experiences, their struggles and victories, and garner strength from their shared journey. This sense of community is not merely about intellectual discourse. It's about fostering resilience, about standing together in the face of life's trials. It's about nurturing a collective spirit that emboldens us, that helps us to better navigate the tumultuous seas of existence. Together we are stronger. Together we rise. Stoicism, though ancient, remains relevant in our modern world. As we navigate the labyrinth of the 21st century, the principles of Stoicism rise like a phoenix, resonating with a generation grappling with uncertainty, stress, and the ceaseless pursuit of happiness. A resurgence of interest in this timeless philosophy has unfolded, with a growing number of individuals seeking solace in its wisdom. In a world often defined by consumerism, Stoicism offers a refreshing perspective, shifting the focus from material abundance to inner fortitude. It encourages us to seek fulfillment not in the fleeting satisfaction of possessions, but in the enduring richness of virtue. Additionally, the Stoic emphasis on the dichotomy of control provides a powerful antidote to the anxiety and stress that pervade modern life. As we face a barrage of information and a multitude of choices, Stoicism teaches us to discern between the things we can control and those we cannot. This wisdom allows us to liberate ourselves from the burden of unnecessary worry. Stoicism also shines a light on the importance of resilience in the face of adversity. In an era marked by rapid change and unpredictability, the Stoic ethos of embracing challenges as opportunities for growth offers a potent strategy for thriving amidst chaos. Moreover, the Stoic practice of reflection resonates profoundly in our hyper-connected world. As we increasingly live our lives in the public eye, the Stoic emphasis on introspection and self-scrutiny provides a much-needed counterbalance, prompting us to look inward and evaluate our actions against the yardstick of virtue. Finally, the Stoic call for unity and mutual respect finds particular relevance in our globally interconnected society. It inspires us to transcend divisive boundaries and to recognize our shared humanity, a message of profound significance in our increasingly polarized world. Indeed, the wisdom of the Stoics continues to guide us, offering a beacon of light in an ever-changing world. Though their words were penned centuries ago, they echo through the ages, illuminating the path to a life of virtue, resilience, and fulfillment. Stoicism is not just a philosophy, it's a way of life. It's a practical guide for living, a beacon of wisdom and resilience in a world often marked by uncertainty and chaos. The Stoic path is one of mastery, a journey that involves the cultivation of virtue and the deliberate practice of self-discipline. The Stoic path to mastery begins with an understanding and application of the philosophy's core principles in our daily life. It is about recognizing what is within our control and what is not, and focusing our energy on the former. It means accepting life's impermanence and, instead of fearing it, using it as a reminder to live fully and presently. The Stoic path also involves the pursuit of virtue. Virtue in the Stoic sense is not about moral superiority, but about striving for wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. It's about seeking personal growth and aspiring for moral excellence. This pursuit of virtue is what gives us strength and resilience in the face of adversity. But Stoic mastery is not just about personal virtue, it also emphasizes on the unity of humankind. It encourages us to recognize our interconnectedness and fosters empathy and responsibility towards others. It guides us towards ethical living and social justice. Living the Stoic life also means embracing fate, or amor fati. This acceptance of life's course as it unfolds and finding serenity in it is a powerful tool for maintaining inner peace. Another cornerstone of Stoic practice is self-discipline. It is through mastery over our desires and actions that we achieve true freedom. Self-discipline allows us to live autonomously, authentically, and in accordance with our values. Lastly, the Stoic path to mastery involves regular reflection. This practice of introspection ensures that our thoughts and actions align with the pursuit of virtue and helps us maintain our course on the path of Stoicism. As we walk the Stoic path, we find a life of virtue, strength, and inner peace. Through the application of its principles, we can transform our tribulations into triumphs, navigate life's storms with composure, and lead a life marked by purpose and integrity. Stoicism, a philosophy for life, offers a path to mastery. As we have journeyed through the essence of this ancient wisdom, we've discovered its profound potential to transform our lives. It's not just a theory to be studied, but a practical guide to be lived. A compass that helps us navigate the tumultuous seas of existence with grace and resilience. We've explored the dichotomy of control, learning to invest our energies wisely and release the burden of futile worry. We've been reminded of the impermanence of existence, a poignant nudge to cherish the present and live life to its fullest. We've seen the high pedestal on which Stoicism places virtue, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, advocating for a life of moral excellence over material success. We've delved into the power of perspective, understanding that our experiences are shaped not by events but by our interpretation of them. We've acknowledged our interconnectedness, our shared essence, which fosters empathy and a sense of responsibility towards others. We've learned to accept fate, to love our destiny, and find serenity in life's unfolding tapestry. We've recognized the value of self-discipline, the cornerstone of Stoic practice, and the role of reflection in personal and ethical development. And we've appreciated the importance of community, of mutual support in our quest for growth and resilience. In a world that often feels chaotic and uncertain, Stoicism stands as a beacon of stability and wisdom. In its teachings, we find tools to cultivate inner strength, to weather life's storms with composure, and to lead a life of purpose and integrity. As relevant today as it was over 2,000 years ago, Stoicism continues to guide us towards a fulfilling life. As we embrace the wisdom of the Stoics, we embark on a journey towards a life of virtue and strength. The path may be challenging, but the rewards are immeasurable. The Stoic path is not merely a journey, it's a transformation, a metamorphosis into the best version of ourselves. And so we continue onwards, armed with the wisdom of the ancients, ready to meet life's challenges head-on, and eager to craft a life of virtue, resilience, and deep fulfillment.